We're at work. It's lovely and sunny. It's a couple of days after it's been pouring down with rain. It's been really quiet because the grain's been the moisture content's been too high. So this is what I do. The trucks come in here. This is Lamaroo. We're right in the middle of the town. That's the main street just here by the railway line. So the trucks come in here. We're up on stilts. This is a classification. Trucks pull in here. My big vacuum cleaner doodacky thing here. This is our probe for probing. We shove that down into the truck. We take X amount of samples per truck. It all depends on the weight of it. There's the big silos up there. So then we take our grain. So for instance we'll do barley. Take our barley. This is our classification doodack. And the first thing we have to do, always we stick it in. And make sure it says barley, and we analyse it. And this will take the protein, the moisture and the colour content. While that's doing that, we have to take a barley sample. And barley gets done quite different to wheat. That in, 2 twists of it. First thing we do is we take the tier weight. In this case the tier weight is 31553, so we write that down. Then we stick it in this thing. Now this is barley, it's got 2 sieves and the tray at the bottom. The wheat one only has 1. This goes down to 2.2 mil I think it is, and the wheat's 2. That flicks backwards and forwards 40 times, and that'll stop automatically on 40. Right, this is finished analysing. So that says our protein is 11.0, 13.1 and 58.5. So we take that out. Now there's 2 different types of barley. There's molten barley, what they're using in the food and industry, which goes into alcohol, food, beverages, grains and everything else. And then we've got the feed barley. If it's a malt barley, then we have to do a 100 grain test. So we whiz this around until we get 100 grains. This is a very rough, do that with one hand. So imagine there's 100 grains in there. And we have to roll over each individual grain, and we're looking for all sorts of different things, impurities in the grain, mouldy bits, any husks taken off, all sorts of things. So we look at all that. Now this thing here is finished. And we have to do 2 measurements from here. The bottom one's what we call the screenings. And here we'll just look for any weeds and seeds and any bad bits. So we weigh that, so we chuck that in there, and that gives us our screenings. Then we tip that out, and then we have to do a separate measurement. This is called our retention. This is the good grain, and this is basically what the farmer gets paid on. So we take that out, like that. We measure the retention through there. By the time we put it all in, and we go and put it onto the computer system, which we won't do because this is a classified area. We go and put all that in, and then that will tell us what grade it will go into. And with the barley there's a few grades. There's 2 malt grades, and then there's actually 3 feed grades, but we only have 2 here. The main things we get tested on is the test weight, the moisture, the protein and the retention, and the screenings. Plus you've got scroodles of other stuff we've got to look for, any defects, seeds, weeds, smut, ryegrass, sand, snails, insects, all sorts of bits and pieces. Right, once all that's done, we give all the driver all of his stuff, and he goes up into the weighbridge. That's the weighbridge there, just down here. From the weighbridge, if they are unloading at the bunkers here, at the cells here, then they go into the cells. We've got 2 lots of cells. We've got this one here, and then we've got another set in behind. If they go out to the bunkers, then they go down the road here towards Ellen, which is about 1k out, and they go and see Ellen. The cells here hold about 13,000 tonne, and the bunkers hold about 25,000. That's each of those cells is 13,000, not just one of them. So that's what we do in Lameroo. Now, I got bitten today. I went to the hospital and I got bitten by either a snake or a spider. They don't know which. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty teeny tiny. Tiny little bites there. See? Teeny tiny little bites. So it's either a snake or a spider. Can't have been anything deadly because I'm still alive. And they just said that I should have lots and lots to drink. So I've got some nice wine chilling. And I have to tell my husband that I've got 24 hours to live. And he's to pamper me until my last moments of breath in Lameroo.